Area music exclusive.
I grew up like a savage.
And him at the time, why you put the 02 on the end and all that?
Pay homage, I told him everything. He was fucking with 1,000%.
That's
At
dope.
first, initially, it's like, hold on, who is you?
Right.
But then it's like, okay, feel
Right.
me? You making your own name.
Right.
And I think he kind of got. I'm pretty sure he know it. Like I'm paying homage.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So,
Yeah.
You know
Yeah.
what I mean? So I'm never gonna shy away. The name came to me.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I roll with it.
Yeah,
You know
that's
what I mean?
that's super dope, man.
Yeah.
So let's take it to high school. You graduate.
High school was lit. But yeah,
So you going to high
Cracking.
school. So
Going parties
you
already.
going crazy with the girls.
Man, playing football, everything's on point. So high school, graduate, 2012.
You a jock. So you go to now. Do you get a scholarship to Loyola
So I ended up getting a scholarship. Yeah, I did.
for sports?
Nah. So me, I was in that 17, 18-year-old thinking I know everything, blah, blah, blah. I end up saying I'm getting good looks from D2s, D3s. If I would have worked a little harder, I could have had some D1s on me. But I got the potential and the opportunities to go play football at the next level.
Okay.
Me, I'm being hella arrogant. I start smoking. I start messing. The girls start throwing me off. I'm like, I don't want to play football no more.
Right.
Feel me? I pass up Morehouse, Howard, and I go to Loyola. You know what I'm saying? And Morehouse, they was offering me damn near a full ride, but because I was opting not to play football,
They don't want to do it.
Man, they like whatever. So I go to Loyola. It's still a good deal, but not all the way to where I had it. Even UC Merced was giving me money. They was like, we'll give you $11,000.
It'd be crazy right now if you was, because what they letting players do.
Man,
It'd be crazy for you right now.
Exactly. UC Merced was just all academics though.
Yeah. Oh,
so,
okay.
Yeah. So I had a lot of academic scholarships.
Is that like a doctor school for a lot of doctors go there?
Yeah, I think just UC Davis, UC Merced too, for sure. Yeah, I think so. See, I should have went there. You know what I mean? I'm playing.
Is that well, you're a doctor in your own right.
Thank you.
You get a doctorate.
Are you and G-Eazy alumni of
Man, I
Loyola?
believe I think we both didn't graduate. He might have graduated, but
okay.
feel me? I believe so.
So that's
School's
odd
a
enough
genius.
that you and G-Eazy went to the same college.
Man,
that's pretty awesome.
Man, I think that's dope, and that's
Yeah.
how when I came out there, when I was watching all these Narwhal interviews to see who you in competition with, because really that's the only person on your level right now with this research. But nah, when I was out there, that's one of the first things I asked everybody. I'm like, who made their name out here? And they was like, you ain't from the Bay. And I asked this white DJ named Mr. Cool or DJ Cool Hands, and he like, you ain't never heard of G-Eazy? And I was like, nah. And I just went and did hella research, and it was right before he went from like being a dope artist to being a superstar.
Oh, okay.
So I went and watched all the Tim Westwood freestyles.
Yeah.
Went and listened to a lot of his early stuff. I'm like, what? He from the Bay?
It'd be dope if y'all did a song. What's the mascot?
For what? 49ers?
No, for
Loyola? I'm gonna be honest, I couldn't tell you.
It'd be dope if y'all did a song or
My bad.
For the meth.
something about that song thing with one of them New Orleans bounce type.
Yeah, that would be hard.
Yeah, that'd be super hard.
I gotta look that up. I know they maroon, but I'm gonna look that up for
Oh,
you.
okay, yeah. That'd be
that
dope.
would be dope. Yeah,
Yeah.
Hey, G-Eazy, when you watch this, you already know.
Come on,
You know
Easy,
what I'm
come
saying?
on, man.
Hear it,
know what I'm
man.
saying?
You
Hey,
hear
we
it.
gonna manifest it. It's happening this year.
Yeah. And what was your experience like in college?
Oh man, college was amazing, but I was also experiencing. That's why your support system is huge. So at the same time I went to college, I had kind of lost my support system. My grandma, she moved back to the East Coast. She was living in New York, so I couldn't really depend on her because she living on her own. My mom, she lose her job. You feel me? So I couldn't really ask her for nothing. And then my uncle, his whole thing with the drugs got worse. So you feel me? It's like really, I'm in New Orleans. I don't have no family out there. I went out there because I'm like, I'm going to New Orleans. I'm finna be out there. It was a dope experience, but I was just in a bad place. So I in turn started doing things that had me out of character. You know what I mean? So it's like just to survive. Feel me? Eventually, I got to the point where I could help my mom out, but I was at a crossroads with my moral compass to where it was like, man, I'm in college. I shouldn't be doing this type of stuff.
Right.
If people knew I was doing this is not who I am. They would probably be ashamed of me. I was ashamed of myself. So from there,
Survival, though.
man, it definitely was. And then
Survival.
even at a point, I was living good, thinking like, damn, I could damn near get my own spot. Like, I'm doing pretty cool, but
Right.
I was also getting into a lot of physical altercations because you know nobody knows me, so you
Right.
don't have that respect at home.
Right.
And then on top of that, you feel me? It's just like, bro, if you gonna try me, feel me? I'm gonna defend myself.
Right.
So you know, I started making a name for myself out there, kind of like, okay, he's this type of person. You know what I'm saying? So I was like, and that was just going down the wrong
And you
path.
definitely don't need to be there where they
Gun
ain't
laws
even
is
trying to
different.
solve murders. They
Man.
like, you know, they gonna say he from the city. He
Yeah.
way from California. Oh, that might be a free one. No, he ain't got no family.
I knew I went too far when I was chilling in Holly Grove, and I was with this dude. He had 2 face tattoos, and then they had like an AR just chilling like somewhere in there. And I'm just thinking like, damn, I gotta wake up and go to class in the morning. I'm just like, you know what? I'm going further away from my purpose in life. Nothing wrong with chilling with these type of people because they was hella cool. Was in there.
But look where I'm at though.
Yeah,
like,
like-
and I got shit to do.
Yeah,
So you
yeah.
think people from out of state just want to test out of state people?
Oh, I know for a fact.
Because Vila had the same story when him and E40 them was down in Grambling.
It's-
Same kind of story.
Well, you know,
kinda similar.
it's just the natural order. It's like you not from here.
Yeah.
What you really gonna do?
Exactly.
Like we not gonna be funking generations down with your people. You ain't
Yeah.
even from here.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Like you the weak link. And even when the problem ain't your problem, it'll somehow find its way back to you.
Man.
Because
Just
it's
to-
like just let's fuck with the nigga that ain't from here.
from here.
And
You
I
know what I'm
always
saying?
used to be rocking by myself. I found some dudes to rock with, but they was at the time they dope dudes, but they was into some stuff that was no good. So it's like it's the point of we don't know you. So it's
Right.
like
We
it's
don't
like
know you.
like would it like I remember dudes just used to like in natural thing walking down the street bump into me or say some shit and because they drunk and mad. I'm like, nah. And I'm me like, bitch ass, I know you're not talking to me.
Right, right,
Like,
right,
hold on.
right,
And then it
right.
just escalate, or I see one of my homies get into it. Like, it was a crazy situation. One of my homies was hitting the owner of this club in New Orleans, hitting his girl. So I see him, they sneak him in the party, and he only like white girls, so it's a whole bunch of white dudes trying to jump him. So I see my other 2 partners, they got his back. So I come in there, you feel me? Eventually we defuse the situation, but we had to get physical, you know what I'm
Right,
saying?
right.
I end up doing some karate shit, slapping a taser out somebody's
Yeah,
hand
yeah.
with a shirt,
Yeah.
and then I end up damn near finna fight a
some
6'5".
movie shit?
Man, I don't want to talk about it myself because it sounds like I'm lying. But it's like when you recollect the story, it was like niggas was like, nigga, you just did
Nah,
some.
I believe
Bruce
you got
Lee.
them big U moves.
Man, but so it's like that's why I don't want to get into it too much because that type of stuff be corny, but at the same time, you kind of got to tell the stories, and it's the perfect place to talk about it.
Right,
You know what I'm
right.
saying?
Especially, you know, and I will take pride, and because that's one thing. I'm glad you said that, and I am not on my shit. One thing that I did not do in this interview is give you the no vultures disclaimer.
Oh, tell me.
And I'll give you the no vultures disclaimer. We started this podcast because we wanted to create our own narrative from our own culture. That's why it's for the culture, by the culture. You know, it's because of exactly what you're saying. I didn't want to tell the story because you don't want the title to be like, Stunnaman whoops 5 white men in club. And
Exactly.
you know what I'm saying? It's just weird. Like, you know what I'm saying? You're not bragging. You telling a story.
Yeah.
And we just covering your history. That's why we go from
perfect.
what song you liked initially in the beginning of your life to where you at currently. You know what I'm saying? So that
Basically,
reminded
when I was
me to
in
give
New
you.
Orleans, I was mad about it. I used to beat a nigga ass and then laugh about it. And in that situation, I was walking to get some pizza. My homies was in a scuffle, and I'm like, it's not going down like that. So I was
Right.
on niggas' lines
And nigga, we still winning.
forever, indefinitely.
You know what I'm saying? It's straight up. You know what I'm saying?
do it.
So I assume that day you was aggravated,
Irritated.
upset.
Man, at the point, somebody had to get gut checked.
Okay.
Yeah,
I was just making sure, you know what I'm saying, we in the same place.
Yeah,
Because
for
that, you know,
sure.
that's
Yeah.
what the type of shit that inspires that, right?
Yeah, definitely.
By the way, which happens to be my favorite Stunnaman song before. I don't know if you know, but I've been posting this shit.
Yeah, you definitely
forever.
have.
Like
you
I've
been tapping in with me to come here forever, too.
man. Yeah, because you know, for me, it takes a certain type of motherfucker, right? Like you might like normally we try to cover the story rappers, the story, the historians, the people, the big riches, the you know the OGs, you know the people like, but we not focusing on that. It's really when people ask, well, what I got to do to come to the show is impact culture. You wasn't even asking us. I've been asking you. I've been trying to catch up with you because you know what I'm saying. From me watching, this is how I met you.
Okay.
Freedom Train.
Okay.
I don't know what year before the pandemic. We coming from San Jose on the Freedom Train, Big Rich, and y'all. We get off. I'm recording this, talking to my daughter. We talking about this whole experience. We go every year. He says you don't have. You probably had your shit was about like this. You know what I'm saying?
MLK Pro.
He wasn't managing you or nothing. I don't think no shit like that. He just said he up next.
Yeah. Hey, thank you for believing in me.
You know what I'm saying? That's what he's. This is maybe been 3-4 years ago. I don't know. He was like, this is who up next out the city. And I'm like, okay. And if somebody else would have told me that, I'd have been like, niggas always trying to shice in some type of shit. He must got something there. But Big Rich said it. So I'm like, oh, it's a fact. So I followed you on Instagram, boom. And then I started listening to the music. I'm like, oh no, wait, this dude. You know what I'm saying? And then I seen that, you know, we had similar interests as far as like the love for our people.
For sure.
And being willing to sacrifice self for our people. You
I remember there was a point, me and my homie Tay Bang, like 3 years ago, we was talking about like we was at the point where like not be a martyr, but willing to like give our lives in order to make shit right. Like we had a deep conversation about that, and that's for sure. But continue what you were saying.
And also to be a young guy, you didn't lose control in that situation. Like you made good decisions, like in your leadership. Like you didn't get on the news and talk out your ass.
Man.
You know what I'm saying? You really, and I gotta commend you for that. You and Jamal, True Love,
Gunna and Dave Thompson too.
Yeah, y'all all got up there and y'all did y'all thing. As far as like when when the platform was on you, when the eyes was on you, you didn't get up there. Nobody even knew you was a rapper. I mean, I knew because I had been following you, but nobody knew you was a rapper. They just knew this guy was throwing himself on the line for everybody. You know what I'm saying? He's getting
eloquent with it.
You know, I'm getting on a bridge. He's talking to people. He's wearing this white collar shirt, and it looked like he's in Montgomery, Alabama, in 1967. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? So I knew, like, you going to jail. You're not a person that's out here committing crimes, but it's like what the brother say, good trouble.
Yeah. I always go to jail for something like that.
Yeah, for sure. And it's not no ignorant shit. You know what I'm saying?
We can be ignorant, but it's no point when you know better.
Right. Yeah. So I believe the same thing. I also wanted to ask you. So were you rapping in college?
The thing is, when I went to thank you for all the kudos, man. Thank you for believing in me, Rich. You know what I'm saying? All I gotta say is, everybody holla, I'm up next. But that don't mean shit because I ain't up yet.